Good afternoon and welcome to another Pearly Grey update video. The update video is for the testing for arrivals coming to the Canary Islands for your future holidays. So, from this Friday coming, the 13th of November, everybody arriving at the Pearly Grey Resort will need to provide us with a negative COVID-19 test. Information will be emailed to everybody who will be arriving, so you know exactly the ins and outs of all the fine print of the details. I know there's been a lot of confusion with UK government websites advising this, Foreign Office advising this, so we want to do this update video just to say to you this is what the Canarian law is. The Canarian law started on the 1st of November. Okay, we were given 10 working days to implement it. So for us, anybody arriving from the 13th of November, when arriving at resort, will have to provide a negative COVID-19 result. It must be done a maximum of 72 hours before you arrive. It is necessary for everybody aged 6 years and over. Okay, so you need to provide that, otherwise you won't be allowed to check in. Okay, and you will have to find alternative accommodation until you do provide a negative test. There is a clinic in Adeki and one in San Eugenio who are providing test facilities. It's approximately €130 per test. So as I say, we do advise you get your tests done in the UK or Ireland or France, Germany, wherever it's you're travelling from, before you arrive. As I say, it is a company policy that no one will be allowed to check in, and even for the 24-hour period, without a negative test. Okay, so make sure you do have that. Also, another thing that you need to do when you arrive, do it at the airport while you're waiting for the aeroplane, is you do need to download the Radar COVID-19 app, okay, which is the Spanish track and trace app. That does need to be uploaded onto your phone and doesn't need to be on the entirety of your holiday. You also need to keep it on there for 15 days after you return back to the UK. It uses Bluetooth, very similar to the system that you have in the UK. None of that information is passed on anywhere, it's all confidential information, but it's for your safety and obviously for the safety of everybody else, and to ensure that Tenerife and the rest of the Canary Islands can operate as a holiday destination going forward. Okay, so the more information will be available on the Pearly Grey Facebook site. If you're staying anywhere else on the island currently, okay, please do remember that you have to be here for 15 days prior to be able to check in without a certificate. So if you're staying in Los Cristianos, if you're arriving today or tomorrow, this Friday, Saturday, so you'll be on the island for a week, you will need to require to go get a test in Adeki or San Eugenio to provide that negative test for Friday when you check in. Okay. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Do also remember that all COVID protocols will be explained to you again on check-in regarding what we do on site and in resort. But the masks, okay, masks are mandatory, okay, in all public spaces, whether it be bars, restaurants, walking on the street, around the communal areas of the resort. When you're lying on your sunbed, you can take your mask off. When you're swimming in the pool, you can take your mask off. When you're lying on the beach, you can take your mask off. Okay, but they are mandatory, so it's not our rules, that is the law, that is the Spanish law. If you get caught without a mask in a public space, you can get fined from €100 up to €500 for a fine for not wearing the mask, so just please be aware of that. Okay, it's not going to ruin your fun, I promise you. I'm having fun living here, waiting to get back to work and wearing the mask all the time. So please check out all the finer details. Any questions, please ask them below, and we look forward to seeing you all soon.